Hi, Lexus Chainsaw Massacre here. It's my first YouTube video tutorial, and today we're going to be looking at improving your workflow in FL Studio using templates. So first thing you want to do is open up FL Studio. I'm going to be opening it up on the Mac, partly because I can, and also because my video capture software is running in Mac as well. So you're going to start a new session using your basic default template, which comes with your kick, your clap, your hat, and your snare. What I'm going to do is assign each of these to a separate mixer channel. So you're going to click on it, click the left corner of the mixer channel, and assign free mixer track. I'm going to assign a sound goodizer to that. I'm also going to assign reverb. I like to use reverb 2, which is here. But I'm going to turn that down a little bit because I don't want it to be too reverby. And do the same thing to the clap, the hat, and the snare. I'm going to put the clap and the snare on the same channel. So now I've got each of those assigned to a new track. So I have my clap, my hat, my kick, and my snare is on the same channel as the clap. So you're basically going to want to set up whichever ones you tend to use most, and add the effects that you generally use in most of your projects. Also want to set the tempo that you generally use. I produce a lot of things in 125, so I'm going to use that for mine. I'm also going to set up a few basic beats. So I'm going to start out with just a simple 4 on the floor kick. I'm going to rename the pattern by right-clicking and choose rename. So I'm going to name it as kick. Clone that, and I'm going to add in a snare and a clap. Make sure it sounds okay. It's a little too reverby, so I'm going to go to that and adjust the amount of reverb on my kick. Okay, so now I've got my basic beat with the kick, the hat, and the snare, and I've renamed that one as my beat. I've also done one more with just my clap and snare. So we'll rename that one as well, snare. I'm going to do one more like this. In pattern 5, I'm going to clone my kick drum, and I'm going to rename it as sidechain. Because I produce a lot of electro music, I tend to use sidechaining a lot. I'm going to assign a peak controller to that. Turn up the tension pretty much all the way. And that's my side chain. If you've done it correctly, you won't actually hear anything here. So now I've also added my wobble 2, which is just a preset that I've set up. I'm going to rename it as synth. I'm going to set that in a mixer channel as well. So now I have my synth. Click on that. And we're going to put on a stereo enhancer. Right click on volume, link to controller, and we're going to link that to the peak. The side chain, we're going to set that to inverted. So you see it has a downward line, so you know it's inverted, and click accept. It's pretty basic synth. We'll save that one as a synth. I'm going to rename this one as sidechain. So that's going to make it a lot quicker when we actually do open our project. So all we're going to do, File, Save As. I'm going to go into our templates, genre. We'll call that Electro House. So I'm going to go into my Finder. I'm going to go into FL Studio 10. You go into your templates, genre, and there's my Electro House template. I'm going to right click on that and click Get Info. In Windows it'll be Properties, and I'm going to check Locked. For you, you're going to set it to Read Only. That way when you open up your template, when you're starting out your session, if you accidentally click Control S to save your project. You're not going to overwrite your template. It'll actually prompt you to save it. Or in the Mac version of FL Studio, it'll give you an error. Could not save to file. So that'll remind you that you actually have to go Save As and save it as a new project. So there, I'm able to save it as a new project, and now I can change whatever settings I want from my template, and I'm not going to overwrite my template. So that's pretty much it for templates. Hopefully that helps you out, and thanks for watching.